with Stocksbridge Park Steels being led out by Ross Goodwin and Charlie Oglesby actually, as we prepare for this FA Cup replay, and the Steels looking to make the first qualifying round of this tournament for the first time since 2014. The teams are just lining up now as we will just prepare to go through the teams with you. So the home team, Stocksbridge Park Steels. There are two changes in this lineup. So starting, we've got and here we go. So and this is going to be a difficult one to defend. Nicholas here on the free kick, and the Steels, having conceded one like this on Saturday, will want to do everything they can to stop this going in. Taking it short here to Berry. Berry takes a shot and it hits the post. Who's going to be first onto it? Presswich are, but it's an incredible block from Elliot Murray, and that stops a certain goal. Left-hand side. But then again, I can see Rawson's on the left-hand side, so he might be thinking of that. It actually looks like he's going to take the shot. Spilled by Saunders, but Saunders back on. It was headed back into the path for Thomas Poole here. Can he control it? He does, but it's just plucked away from him by the Nathan Emery there. Good defending. Curtis, who heads it on Rawson's, trying to get away from his marker. He's trying to slip through Poole. Slip through Poole. Does Poole in the finish, and somehow it's over, and the best chance of the game is put over by Thomas Poole. Brilliant play there. Rawson slipping through Poole fantastically. Hits it down. Left wing here being closed down. Pass it back to Fitzgerald here. Turner's looking to try and stop the cross. He's going to go to the far end. Going to be volleyed, but that's well high. Looking for the shot. Instead, he's going to put it to Fitzgerald on the left-hand side. Reynolds is closing it down. Pass it back here to Berry. The shot is blocked. Could bounce in the path there. It's bouncing. It's somehow not in. And this time it is in. And this time it is in by Prestwich. Not cleared by Stocksbridge, and Prestwich take the lead. A disappointing one that the Stocksbridge were not able to clear that one. And it's going to be 1-0, and it's going to be a fight back needed from Stocksbridge in the second half. Go up, and that is half time, and Prestwich Heights are leading 1-0 after the scrappiest of goals was turned. So thank you everyone who has attended, and thank you to everyone who is listening today. As the game kicks off, kept in by Stocksbridge there, looking for Reynolds. Reynolds is going to break into the box here, makes the pass back, looks like the man's up there to block, takes a shot, and it's right at Davison Hale. Going to try and get the beating of Murray on this left-hand side. He's going to get to the byline, pin the shot over, and it's going to go out for a corner kick, the first corner of the game. Pryor going to send it into the box here. It's going to be headed away by Prestwich and almost goes to Toole. Goodwin knocks it back in. Steele's trying to get through. Can Curtis take the shot? It almost is anything! Trying to get through. Can Curtis take the shot? It almost is anything! Curtis scores! It took the went off the foot of Saunders, but it went in anyway. And Gary Galls has got the ball in the back of the net. Lovely the season, though that corner didn't exactly do it. Ball going in. This one could actually end up in, but it's actually well caught though by Saunders. Corner kick goes in. But Davison Hale has to punch it out with plenty of yelling now. So this is a bit of an embarrassing display from everyone here. As the ball's into the box, it's dangerous. Volley goes in, but it's well over and into the road behind the goal. He's looking to take it. Nicholas is taking a shot. It's well over. And it's actually smacked into the house in the back of Brackenmore. Actually, for Prestwich, are they going to make anything out of it? Going to go to try and get it to the byline. Puts across goal. Takes cross.
Hello and welcome here to Brackenmore this afternoon for a Northern Premier League East match between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. And that's me getting barraged by some of the Stockton Town officials here. Don't worry, Prestwich enjoyed us on Tuesday, so... So they were the visitors, Stockton Town. We always love seeing them down here. Obviously last year it was their first game in the Northern Premier League last year, and would go on to have a fantastic season where they would end up finish in the playoffs. They come here with a perfect record here in the league, having getting 3 wins on 3, including a 2-1 win over Hebburn Town on Wednesday. Goals from Kevin Hayes and Stephen Thompson sealing that victory for them. The only blemish they have on their record coming here was a loss to Pontefract Collieries in the FA Cup, with former Steel Joe Lumsden being on the score sheet in that game. But Stocksbridge, who typically have had bad starts to the seasons over the last few years, are coming with great form themselves. They are currently unbeaten in the 5 matches they've had this year, off the back of that dramatic 2-1 extra time win against Prestwich Hayes in the FA Cup on Tuesday night. So it'll be interesting to see what the fitness levels of both sides are, with Stockton having the game in the league on Wednesday, as the two teams come out now, with Stocksbridge Park Steels having one extra visitor on, with Pippa Cowling, our mascot for the day, coming out with Ross Goodwin, the captain, in what is looking to be, will be a very exciting tie in this one, with two teams unbeaten in the league. Stockton looking to avoid the playoffs completely and go up as champions this year, and Stocksbridge hoping to actually challenge for the playoffs this year. So we will go through the teams for you now. So for the Stocksbridge team is as follows: Harrison Davison Hale in goal, Jordan Lemon, Jack Tinker, Mitch Langton, Elliot Murray, Charlie Oglesby, Curtis Turner, Ross Goodwin, who's the captain today, Luke Rawson, Thomas Poole and Gareth Curtis. The benches: Alex O'Connor, Cody Pryor, Zach Reynolds, Lewis McCaskill and Keenan Mackenzie Gray. For Stockton Town, the lineup is Callum Roberts, Lewis King, Cameron Painter, Thomas Portas, Louis Hall, Thomas Coulthard, Kevin Hayes, who scored against us at the Stockton ground, the Mac Group UK Stadium, Nathan Mulligan, Elliot Badow, Stephen Thompson and Michael Roberts. Teams are just going back into positions here, ready for the kick-off in 2 minutes time here. As hello Stockton officials who are going to be enjoying me for the afternoon. Just going to warn them, you can be heard on the microphone, so because you could hear the Prestwich manager on the microphone last week, and I had to make a few apologies for some of the harsh words being said on that during that match. Hoping that the Stockton match at Michael Dunwell is a bit calmer than Lee O'Brien was on Tuesday night. Thank God, because that was an interesting one on Tuesday night, with some incidents happening, to say the least. But likely to be a very good game. Say it was 0-0 here at Brackenmore last year for this tie. The Stockton's very first match at this level, it was 3-2 in a very foggy Mac Group UK Stadium just before Christmas last year. That was also Scott Rutherford's last match for Stocksbridge last year. It's a much changed Stocksbridge side. Not as many changes to Stockton, though they've got a few new players in there. Just to say, on the bench for them is Liam Cook, Tyrone O'Neill, Lloyd Shobo, Joshua Stiff, who's come from their under-18s today, could make his semi-professional debut in this game, and Lewis McDonald. Well, Stockton suffering with a few injuries, which means they are not at full strength, and could be an ideal opportunity for the Steels to try and see if they can sneak out what would be an unexpected win today. Stockton have the kick-off here. Stockton ready to start the game here as we get closer and closer to the start of it. And here we go. Stockton kick-off in the red with white horizontal stripes, red shorts and red socks, kicking from right to left, while Stocksbridge in the yellow shirts, blue shorts and blue socks, taking from left to right. And Stockton immediately on it here with Nathan Mulligan. He spread it out right to the right wing, cutting inside here, takes a shot, it's blocked off Goodwin in before Oglesby clears out to prevent the corner, but it's only going to go to Kevin Hayes here on the right hand side. Stockton getting on the attack right away. He's passed it back to Louis Hall now, with Portas now after the short pass being closed down by Rawson. With Hall now back onto right back here. We are going to update you with all the other score lines in the Northern Premier League East as well as other local fixtures here. And Stockton on the attack here on the right wing. They're in the box here now, and the cross is over everyone, and it's actually going to bounce out for a throw-in here right next to the corner flag. So yes, we will update you on all the Northern Premier League East games going on elsewhere, and some of the other local games, both in non-league and the professional game, as we usually do on the commentary. I'm Adam Allcroft, by the way, as I've realised I did not introduce myself at the start, thanks to my interruptions that I got to begin with. Thrown it by Lemon, who returns after missing Tuesday night. Ball goes back to him, who clears it up, but it's only gone back to Stockton, who clear out at the halfway line here. 1 minute gone. Early goal in one of the Northern Premier League East games. Pontefract Collieries have taken the lead against Lincoln United through Gavin Allett. Pontefract having a very good start. 36 seconds on the clock for that goal. Ball goes down to Rawson, who flicks it on. Poole looking to chase, but can't get to it here. It's a throw into Stockton on the edge of their own penalty box. 2 minutes gone in this game, 0-0 between the two sides here. Throwing up here from Stockton, headed backwards there, back by Badow, and it's going to be out for a throw, and Stocksbridge will get the ball back here. So Stocksbridge have had plenty of are yet to concede in the first half this season. It's usually in the second half where the defence has become a bit leaky. As Lemon here is looking to do the long throw into the box, and he is going to get it in there. Ross is going to flick it on. Goodwin takes a touch before Stockton do clear it away here. Yeah. And Stockton here is going to take the touch and try and get the counter attack, but Oglesby's in well before Lemon clears up, and he's looking for Ross trying to turn this into attack, but the pass is off target, out for a throw in there, and the long throw is causing a bit of trouble for Stockton before they are able to clear it up. Yeah. So the Stockton defender was going to throw the ball, looking for Badow, but headed away by Langton, back for a throw in just a few yards up for Stockton here. Throw up going to Murray, who slices the clearance out, so it's another throw, but now it's in the Stocksbridge half. It's going to be with Cameron Painter now for the throw-in, making his 5th appearance of the season for the away side. Thrown up here, headed away by Lemon. Goes all the way back to Portas here. Go through to Mulligan. The highest scorer for Stockton takes a shot, and it's Davison Hale just above his head. Davison Hale there getting an early test there, while Stockton showing why they are the top of the league at the moment, and Mulligan showing why, despite being a midfielder, he tops the Stockton scoring charts. Ball's gone through to Rawson here, gets it to Turner. Now to pull the 1-2, Turner's out. Turner get down the right wing here. He's got options in the box. He's been closed down, and it's the closing down of Hall that's blocked that cross and forced it out for a throw in here. Lively start from both teams in this game, showing what definitely, it's actually a corner kick actually, it's gone out for them, just about the. So, as we've seen, Stockton been very good from corners this year. Last year was the fact that only 1 goal came from a corner. The Steels have already matched that, and they've looked deadly other times, and Poole's going to have another chance to deliver this one in. It's going in, it's headed forwards, but it's blocked away. It was Rawson on the header, and it's gone back to Poole here, who is going to put another cross in. It's headed away. Murray's trying to flick it on here now. Rawson takes a shot. Murray's going to chest it and hit it, but he doesn't get a clear connection onto it, and Roberts is able to save it there, and that's Poole's deliveries have been quality during the start of this season, and he's shown that there. Murray, who's yet to score a competitive goal, never mind one for us, showing probably why he hasn't scored a goal yet by not getting the clean finish onto that. Is back with Roberts' feet now. Read out to Lewis King here on the right-hand side, who's going to send it long, looking for the left-hand side where Michael Roberts in, but it's over the top of Roberts' head, and it's going out for a throw into Stocksbridge. So Lemon here, who will may have been worrying for his place after Zach Reynolds did such a good job on Tuesday night while Lemon was away due to work, but he's back in the lineup today. Lemon throws it up, gone back to Lemon after that header, and he's going to send it long, but that's gone out to play before re-entering play, so it's going to be a throw into Stockton. So throw in here for Painter to take. Just going to let you know about goal in one of our localish games. Nostell Miners Welfare have taken the lead in the FA Vars against Dronfield Town. They're leading 1-0 there thanks to a penalty kick. And it's going down. Kevin Hayes has got space down the right wing. Ball being played perfectly in front of him. He's just got it at the corner flag now. Closed down by Tinker. Gets it past Tinker here in the box, but blocked off there by Oglesby. And Goodwin tries to head it away from being a corner, but it will be a set piece for the away side. Kevin Hayes getting the beating of Tinker there. Hayes had a fantastic game in the fixture back in December between the two sides, absolutely ripping Michael Trench a new one in that game, and he's showing he's just as good in this game. Ball goes in from the corner, it's an in-swinger to the far post, headed back into the 6-yard area, it's bouncing, and it's Hall who tried to get on the end of that, but Davison Hale will grab all of that, and both two corners there that have looked potentially dangerous from either side, but nothing doing as of yet. Louis Hall, they're coming close there, just couldn't get on the end of it. So Davison Hale here. Louis Hall there making his second appearance of the season for them. Ball bounces from that long ball back to Stockton, but it's only gone to Lemon, quite short here. So Lemon's in the half, he's going to try and get it to the right hand side with Turner. Turner looking to get beating of Painter, but Painter flicks it over his head and gets it to Langton, who tries to knock it back into the box, but again that's just going to be cleared away. It's going up to Thompson, he's looking to control, but Langton is in on him. Langton's going to send it down the right wing, which Rawson's looking to chase. Painter's the first onto it, being pressured by Rawson though, and Painter able to carry away and pass it out to Thompson here. Spreads it out to the right where Kevin Hayes is. Hayes is going, well, not Kevin, I think it's Kevin Hayes on the ball now, which is facing up with Tinker. Cuts inside, looking to get to King there. Appeals for handball, not given off Tinker, but the ball's been cleared right back to Coulthard anyway. Right, so with Portas now. Portas here just taking his time as he steps forward. Passes deflected, but it gets to his man anyway. They do try to overlap to get Hayes on the run, but it's going out to play for a throw in here. So it's back. Kevin Hayes looking to follow up his goal on Wednesday night against their local rivals Hebburn. And as it's in midfield now, Turner gets it through. 1-2 is going to go to, well, it's going to go to Rawson. Rawson stepping in front of Turner there, but he's passed it right way to Goodwin. Goodwin's just been forced backwards here, and he's passed it back to Oglesby now. Oglesby takes a touch before he has to send it long under pressure, and that has gone back to the Stockton defence, but they've only sent it back to Langton, who's headed that out for a throw-in. So Rossington have gone 2-0 up on Parkgate there in a local derby. As Goodwin now heads that one back out. With Curtis now, who pass it back to Oglesby, who's going to send it long, and Rawson's on there to try and control it. He does take it well there, pass it back to Curtis, who's looking for the overlap of Goodwin, but it's actually completely off target. It's going to be a throw into Stockton. Stockton throwing it back to Roberts here. Taking his time, Callum Roberts, just making his second appearance of the season, the former Sunderland goalkeeper. Now with the central defender, Louis Hall here, pass it out to right now. Stockton just taking the time in defence before sending it long, looking for Hayes here. Tinker's looking to get the beating of him, but Hayes has got the ball. Oh, and Hayes is going to look to get to the corner flag now. And he gets it past Tinker again before Curtis comes in, covers it and smashes it out for Stockton's second corner of the game. And it looks like Hayes is going to get a lot of joy down right wing in this game so far. Like that, Tinkers might need a bit of extra help from like Mitch Langton pushing over on that side, because he's having a very good game so far. Corners going in from Stockton, in swinger, looking for the far post where Coulthard is. Coulthard has to backwards to get it back to the 6-yard area. It bounces, Murray just about gets it away, and the high foot on Murray is going to stop that. Was going to the edge of the box for a Stockton player, but Stockbridge get a let off with the free kick there. 10 minutes gone in this game so far. It is 0-0 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton. Do thank you all for listening on the Stocksbridge Park Steels YouTube channel. Well, do feel free, whether you're a Stocksbridge fan or a Stockton fan listening, to comment, and we will try and shout you out during the game. Is with Lewis King now on the right-hand side, who is pushing forward, steps back, and passes it now back to Portas. We're going to just take it across the halfway line before passing it back here to Hall. We're going to get it through to, it's a loose pass there, it's on to Turner. Turner's going to send it long, looking for Rawson, but that has just given it back to Painter, who's going to pass it back to the goalkeeper. Rawson continue to close down before Roberts clears that one away. Back to Tinker, who's going to head it forward here for Coulthard to collect. Now in the Stockton defence with Mulligan now, closed out by Turner, but he's passed it back to King here. Going to send it long, looking for Hayes. Hayes is going to collect it. Tinker does get a tackle in this time, and it's going to be a throw into Stockton after that. So it's on the right-hand side for Stockton, thrown to Hayes here. Hayes trying to evade the challenge, but Turner gets his foot in, and Hayes almost gone to the end up before Goodwin cleared it away. Back in the Stockton defence now with Hall. Hall's got plenty of space. He's just going to take it himself before looking for Hayes on the right wing. That pass is going to almost fall perfectly for him. He does get a bit of a touch on it, Hayes. Well, Tinker gets the last touch. It's going to be the third corner of the game for Stockton. Hayes causing all the problems for the Steels defence so far. And Kevin Hayes, I say, coming off the back of a great game against Hebburn on Wednesday night, scoring in that one. And is a very live player, became a fan favourite during their run to the FA Vars, where they came runners-up in 2018. That corner, though, is poor. It's going over the top of everyone, and Goodwin's going to follow it out, and the throw-in's going to go to Stocksbridge there. Lemon's going to be left to take this throw-in. Taking his time to take it, he's going to send it long here, looking for Rawson, but it's going to go right to Painter, and Painter is going to switch the play, looking for Hayes now. Tinker closed down, but he's found King on the overload, and King's got some space here. King's putting the ball in before Oglesby heads it away, and it's going to be a throw-in on that right-hand side for Stockton. Stockton having the better of the early part of this game at the moment. Throw-in going to be taken, and it's going to be a block off from Goodwin there, and it's going to be the fourth corner of the game for Stockton. It's becoming a bit like the one against Dunstan here now, as Dunstan would have about 10 corners, I think, in that game, though it didn't work out for them with the Steels coming 3-2 winners. There's a goal for Sheffield Wednesday. Josh Windass has given them the lead against Forest Green Rovers. We wait for this corner to be taken. Stockton having to go fetch it behind the lengthy behind the goal here we have here, because of the former cricket pitch on this side. It's actually too close here for the Steels to try and stop the near throw, and it's headed away by Rawson, though, that corner, looking for the near post. Cleared away, but it's only gone back to Lewis King here, who's passed it back to Roberts. Roberts going to look, Cruffield looking for Painter. Painter chests it down well. Curtis tries to close down, but he gets it forward anyway. Gone now to Roberts on left wing before he's passed it back to Porters. Rawson closes down well, but it's got back to Hall anyway. Now it's with Coulthard. Stockton must be 70% plus possession at the moment, because they're having all the ball, and Stocksbridge not getting very close to it at the moment. It's with Portas now, back with Coulthard. Coulthard going to pass it back to Roberts now. Now with Hall. Now Portas, as the Stockton just happy to pass it back around in their defence at the moment, while Stocksbridge are trying to push forward a bit, but not enough to force the mistake before. But as I say that, Portas tries to run forward, Goodwin gets in on him, and Portas's passes are beyond the fences. It's a throw into the Steels now on the halfway line. So it's going to be Tinker here on the left-hand side. Throwing it down, looking for Goodwin, but it's headed away by Stockton. Turner gets in on that clearance, but it is now eventually knocked away by Roberts before Murray can hook it away. But it looks like Stockton going to be the first onto this on the left wing, but they're going to let it roll out for a throw-in. So Painter's going to, well, it looked like he's going to quickly take that one, but he's going to take his time, as he hasn't really got many options on at the moment, apart from the short one, which he has taken. It's to Hall now, who's got it across to Coulthard. Coulthard going to take time. He's going to send it long here to the right-hand side. Hayes going to try to be on onto it, but Davison Hale has advanced onto it and grabbed it well. Davison Hale being very aware as he looks to get his second clean sheet of the season, his first in the Northern Premier League. So the former Hemsworth goalkeeper booting this one out, looking for Poole here, who heads it on, but it's only going to go back to Painter here, who sends it long again to Murray, who heads it out, Langton's looking to be the first on there, who's going to knock it long, looking for Rawson. Rawson chests it down for Goodwin, who looked to the overlap for Poole, but it's well off target of what he was looking for, and it's just going to go back to Roberts here. Who roll it out. It's now back in the Stockton defence, where the ball seems to spend a lot of time with their defenders as they probe and look for that gap in the Stocksbridge defence. Going to spread it out left here now to Roberts, who knocks it inwards to Bordeaux, whose touch is not great, and that's allowed Tinker to get in on it. And he's passed it back to Oglesby now, who clearance is charged down by Bordeaux, and Hayes is going to look to be the first onto it. It's going to go out of play, and it's going to be a throw in here too. Stockton, because of Tinker's sliding challenge to make sure Hayes didn't get on the end of it. Closing down well, worked down well there for Stockton. He's back with Portas now, going to get it onto the right wing where Stockton have got most of their success in this game so far. Going to look on the right hand side for Thompson here. Langton covering, the cross is going in looking for the far post, and Lemon heads our way for the corner with Michael Roberts hovering there. 5th corner of the game for Stockton, and we're only in the 17th minute. It is still 0-0 though. And it's, I'm trying to think if we've had one from this side yet, but they've all come from that right hand side before, so and the corner is going to go in looking for the far post. The header's back into the 6-yard area for Bordeaux, but completely miskicks it. Looking for the volley, Elliot Bordeaux. If he hit it, you would have thought it's definitely a goal, but instead he completely miskicks it and it's going wide, and it's a let-off here. Bordeaux, one of the most sought-after strikers in the Northern League this summer. And would hoping to grab his opportunity while Matthew Timon is out, but if he's taking hits like that, I think Matthew Timon may well be back in when he's recovered from his injury. Going long from Davison Hale, headed backwards by Stockton, but before Hall gets in there knocking it forward, it's going to bounce out of play for Stocksbridge to get the ball back. Lemon's going to take this one. Sending it long, he's looking for Rawson again, but headed right back out by Stockton again. Lemon here going to throw it down, looking for, again, it's looking for Rawson. That is the tackle. He flicks it on well for Turner. Turner's going to put the ball across the 6-yard area. Can Goodwin get the end of it? He can't! And Goodwin just misses it. If Goodwin gets on the end of that, it's 1-0 Stocksbridge. Stocksbridge still on the ball though with Tinker. Tinker evades the challenge of Hayes. Tinker puts the ball in, but it's blocked by Hayes this time. Tinker still has it though. Pass it to Langton. Langton knocks it forward to Turner. Turner's looking to get the left-hand side. Turner putting the ball in, headed on, but just misheaded there from Goodwin. Back with Poole on the right-hand side. All the chances falling to Goodwin, but Goodwin can't get on them. And it's well done by Roberts to block it and get it away to make sure it's not a corner. And Stockton looking to get the counter now, but Bordeaux, it comes off Bordeaux's shin there, and it's out for a throw into Steels. And it's an absolute hair puller for Stocksbridge, because Goodwin trying to slide on the end of that, missing it by inches. It should have been 1-0 Stocksbridge, would have been against the run of play, but it would have been sweet anyway. Poole chest that one down before Stockton head it away with Thompson now, but Turner's in on it well, gets it to Poole, just pouncing a bit with about 3 players on the floor, but Stockton get to it anyway. Turner's in on the challenge, a big tussle, and Turner's come away with the ball as well. Through to Rawson, who gets it to Poole on the right-hand side. Poole's going to put a great cross in, looking for Curtis. It's over Curtis's head though. Curtis is going to get it on the left-hand side. He's got help with Goodwin. He has kept it in for Goodwin to put it onto Turner. Turner here, going to take the touch, for passing it to Langton. Langton trying to slip it through, but the pass is blocked before being headed away by Stockton. There, and Stockton going to try and build, looking for the counter here before a great challenge from Murray there. Not only smashed up the side of the stand, it's got all the moss and muck off the top of the Jamie Vardy stand here as well, which has just poured onto our physio Sam Ewins there, who's definitely going to need a hair wash after this game. There are some goals in the Northern Premier League to tell you about. North Shields have taken the lead against Long Eaton through Connor Oliver. Consett have taken the lead against Carlton Town through Lewis Green, one of Stockton's local rivals there. And Lincoln United have equalised against Pontefract through Louis Jarvis, who I actually remember having a very good game against us at their place. It's with Hayes here on the right-hand side, which is usually bad news for us. He's trying to get past Tinker here. But actually Tinker there wins out on that duel. He does very well, and he Passes it sideways to Goodwin, who knocks it long for Rawson on the left-hand side, who evades a challenge, and he's going to look to find Lemon here before, but Painter steps in well, but Murray clears it away. Back to Painter here. Painter is taking it forward here, looking forward now for Stockton in the attacking area with Thompson. Thompson's going to put a crossfield ball box in, but it's going to cross everyone into a goal. And just now we have seen Stockton's best passage of the game, where they could have easily been 1-0 ahead had Goodwin just legs been like a couple of inches longer. But also we have seen Stockton come close as well. I think Elliot Badow, if he would hit that cleanly, it would have been 1-0 there. It's definitely a lively game with chances for both sides so far. It's 2-0 to Sheffield Wednesday now. Barry Bannon has given them doubled their lead against Forest Green Rovers, a team that just a few years, not so long ago, was at the same level as Stocksbridge in the Southern League. Just shows you how far you can advance. And with our English pyramid at the moment. Davison Hale sending it long, looking for Poole, but headed away there by Roberts. Back to Murray, heads it forward. Now Langton's going to knock it long. It looks like King is going to deal with that comfortably, though he does head it. Well, actually, get it right to Goodwin, who's put it on the left for Curtis, who's flicked it through to Goodwin here. Goodwin's got plenty of space, though, before it's well stepped in from Coulthard, and now it's on the right-hand side for Stockton. He slipped it through well to Mulligan here. Mulligan here tries to clear it away, but blocked by Tinker. Back for King to clear it away for. But now it's with Turner, who's headed it forward here to Curtis. Tries to knock it sideways, looking for Poole here, who heads it back to Lemon, who's going to send it long, but he did slice that a bit, so it's not gone very far, but it has gone back into Poole here. Now to Langton, to Lemon on the right-hand side. Some lovely play from Stocksbridge at the moment, who sent one for Turner, looking for Turner, but that can only be knocked out of play by Hall here. It's going to be. We've seen Lemon's long throw once cause a few problems for Stockton. We'll see if it can cause a problem like that again. Thrown here to Poole, testing it down, and he's going to go down under pressure, and he earns the free kick. And that could mean trouble for Stockton, because it was from a free kick from an identical position, admittedly the opposite side of the box, where Stocksbridge got their goal against Prestwich last Saturday. It was Rawson's back which scored that one. Curtis heading it onto the back of Rawson, and then it went in. Rawson didn't know anything about it, but it doesn't matter if it hits the back of the net. Shildon have taken the lead against Bridlington Town through Wilson Neeshaw. Poole's deliveries from these sort of set pieces have been consistently fantastic, and there are some big targets like Oglesby and Rawson in there. Rawson. Yeah, Poole taking the free kick, looking for the near post. It's in. Murray scores! Elliot Murray has scored his very first goal for Stocksbridge Park Steels. Not just his very first goal for Stocksbridge, his very first goal ever in a competitive match. The former Brighouse man, and gets a free header in the 6-yard area, and he's got the goal which gives the Steels maybe a goal against run of play, though Stocksbridge have been coming back into it over the last 5 minutes. It's a fantastic goal. The Steels are leading 1-0 against Stockton Town. Fantastic goal from the young defender. So Stockton back on it here as they look to try and get back into this game instantly, but their long ball long's just going to go back to Davison Hale here. And that's what I was saying just beforehand with Poole's deliveries being consistently fantastic. Sometimes we've been unlucky not to get on the assist chart, because normally it can take a bit of a bounce in the box before the goal happens, but this time that was just a sweet delivery, a sweet header from Murray, and a sweet goal. And we're just going to have a brief stoppage because it looks like Curtis here has had a bit of a knock to the head. So we're just going to have a brief stoppage here. Ball go quickly here to Turn on the right-hand side. He's sending a ball in and head away by Stockton. Stocksbridge looking to double their lead here with Tinker now. Tinker evades the challenge before putting the ball in the box. Turner's going to be looked to get onto it just a bit ahead of him. It's gone back to Callum Roberts here. He's going to bounce the ball before rolling it out here. Some other goals to tell you about in the Northern Premier League while that happened. Concert are now 2-0 up against Carlton Town. Kieran Applin scoring that one. And that was a great ball here to the right-hand side for Kevin Hayes now. And he's going to bounce the ball off Tinker and earn the 6th corner of the game for the away side. So it's a great chance now again. So 26 minutes gone. It is 1-0 to Stocksbridge Park Steels here. And Stockton now looking to get the equaliser as Hayes steps over to take the corner. Murray coming off a man of the match performance on Tuesday night and getting the goal here today. Corner's going in, it's gone round the 6-yard area, it's bouncing, is it in the box? It is in! It's a scrappy one, and the referee has given it. I'm not sure who got the final touch on it for Stockton. Mikey Roberts, I've been told from the Stockton media team. It was scrappy. Stockton will be very unhappy to concede that one, as just a few minutes after taking the lead, Stockton have equalised, and the ball is being given to Mikey Roberts here, who gets the final touch onto that one. Very disappointing for the Steelers after working hard getting the lead, and now instantly pegged back here. Is back with Stocksbridge now. Langton here flicking across here to Tinker on the left hand side. Tinker's going to keep it in by sending it long here. Rawson looking going to try and challenge this one, but it's headed away well by Louis Hall, and it's gone to Hayes on the right hand side. But Goodwin's got that there. Tried to slip it through to Curtis, but it's just under his feet before Coulthard can smash it away. So disappointing there for the Stocksbridge. Just 3 minutes in the lead for the Steels there before immediately pegged back. Stocksbridge had taken the lead over at the Map Group UK Stadium as well when we last played them, but would go on to lose 3-2. We also had a sending off in that game, so hoping that's not repeated today. Tinker here will have the throw in though and look to throws it short to Goodwin before it goes back to Tinker, trying to evade a challenge, but the challenge is well in, and Stockton look to build a counter attack here before Tinker with a quite nasty challenge there. And Tinker's getting a bit pulled back by the referee as well, because I think we might be seeing a yellow card here. It would be a well-earned one, because that was quite a cynical challenge from the young fullback, who I think was probably just quite annoyed that he let that one go. And actually no booking there, just a telling off there for the former Barnsley Shadow Academy player. He was another one of the players who missed out on Tuesday night. Cody Pry filling in at left back despite not being his natural position. And that is the sort of player he is. Tinker, he can end up doing the odd challenge like that. Ball is headed away though from Stocksbridge from that long ball. Curtis is onto it first. He's being harassed by Hayes though. Passing back to Tinker, who gets it through to Goodwin. Takes the quick pass to Curtis, who has to get it away from him, but gets it to Langton here to Turner, who tried to flick it on there, but it's blocked and it's back with Goodwin here, and Goodwin's going to take it down the left-hand side. He's trying to beat his man. He does beat his man, but King's in on him that time, and King is able to clear it as well. Barnsley are now 1-0 down to Ipswich Town. Connor Chaplin scored there, and Stockton have just earned themselves a free kick just inside the steel half through a push there. So it's 1-1 now here after 29 minutes between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. Stocksbridge's goal coming from Elliot Murray, while Mikey Roberts scoring for Stockton. A very close range finish after the corner being head down. Just the 6th corner paying dividends in the end for the away side. Ball going in there, it's over the top of everyone. It's Michael Roberts who collects on the left hand side. The ball's still live here. Lemon covering. Ball going to the far end of the box, but it's headed away though by Tinker. Mulligan miscontrols it the first time, but he does get it, and he's going to send the ball right back in before Langton heads that one out. Back with Portier, who spreads out to the left for Mikey Roberts. He's going to put the ball across before Oglesby heads that one out. Back now with King though, but it's well in from Turner. Can Stocksbridge get the counter going here? Turner advancing on, gets off for Curtis on the left hand side here. Curtis is going to keep that in. He's been challenged there by Portis, and Curtis has beaten him. Curtis gets the ball in. It's just took the touch off a Stockton man, and they're able to clear it though. And Tinker tried to get it back in, and he actually does get the challenge here in the second attempt, so he gets the ball back. Tinker looking for Poole here, but it's gone over the back of him, and it's going to be covered here by Painter, who's actually going to control it out. It's going to be a goal kick there, actually. Very well done from Cameron Painter, because I thought that was going to be a corner kick. Sure, I did think it took a touch, but the referee seeing otherwise. It's also 1-0 to Rotherham United, who are having a fantastic start to life in the Championship. Richard Wood scoring there. Just getting a bit of a look from Andy Ring, our assistant manager, because he can hear me went out sometimes when it goes a bit quieter. And it's because he was hearing all my moans about them not time wasting enough on Tuesday night. And I may have got a bit of a telling off in the bar, because exactly why they did not time waste that early. Stocksbridge earned a free kick for a push off the back on Ross Goodwin there. And well, shouts. Brighouse Town have just got a penalty against Grimsby Borough. We'll let you know about that in a second. As Jordan Lemon prepares to take this free kick. The longest serving player for Stocksbridge, making his 91st appearance for the club, closing in on that magic 100 that no player in the team currently has. Sends it long. Rawson's got the first touch onto it, but Stockton able to get the second one, which has caused a bit of a gas around the ground, as I think Stockton was shocked that they let anyone else take the first touch. Ball is back in the Stocksbridge defence, and Turner gets the ball, but he's going to be penalised there for the high foot, and Stockton get the free kick there for the... There. Shildon have taken a 2-goal lead against Bridlington. Dean Fexton. Is back with Mulligan, who's going to look to spread, looking for Mikey Roberts, the goal scorer. Lemon heads it away, but and Turner gets onto it first. Turner been absolutely everywhere in this game so far. The pass onto the Greys, going right back to Stockton here with Painter, and Paul goes into the back of his ankles, and that's a free kick for the away side. And it's going to be a free kick, it's Nathan Mulligan who's coming in here to take this one. Sheffield Wednesday have taken a 3-goal lead against Forest Green now. Liam Palmer scoring. Nathan Mulligan with the free kick. Looking for the far end of the box, but Tinker's able to head that one away. Curtis looking to try and get onto that, but he just can't there, and it's going to be a throw-in for Lewis King to take on that right-hand side for Stockton. 33 minutes gone in this game. 1-1 between the Steels and Stockton Town. And it's just gone back to the Stockton defence there. Been a very entertaining game in this first half here. Both teams showing plenty of attacking intent. Both teams look to play quality football as well, as Roberts is looking to get it on the right-hand side, but goes a bit short. Tinker's back. It's only gone back to Roberts there, but he bounces off him, and Turner's able to knock it off him, and Langton clears it away. Rawson chases this one down, and it's a bit of a looping ball that's gone back to Roberts here in the Stockton goal, but it's gone far enough away that Rawson won't be able to nip onto that, and Roberts does clear it away, and it has gone to a Stockton man before. Tinker goes in for a tackle well, gets caught under Tinker's feet before he passes it to Langton. Langton looking for pull here for the crossfield ball, but Painter's going to clear it away before Lemon gets the bounce favourably, but Roberts isn't able to clear it off before Langton heads it back for Poole. Poole looking for the flick on for Turner, but Turner wasn't seeing that happening, so Stockton get the ball back here, but as they carry on, Langton knocks it right out. Barnsley have equalised through Jack Aitchison against Ipswich Town, and there's some news from the Pontefract Lincoln game that we'll tell you about in a second when we just have a bit more clarification on it. Ball going long here from Stockton, but it's headed away by Lemon before Goodwin knees it away, and that doesn't get it away properly, and Stockton able to nick in, and Beddoes got it onto the right hand side, but it's too heavy for King to get on the end of. It is a throw in there. We have an attendance here for the game here. It's 203 people here between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. That is the highest attendance of the season so far for the Steels. So thank you very much to every fan who's here today, whether you are a home fan, whether it's your first game, or whether you're a Stockton fan who travel. We do know you travel in numbers, and we absolutely love seeing it. You all here. Plus it means there's more yellow because you all come in your home shirts. Curtis has just flicked one on looking for Rawson, but it's headed away by Stockton. He's with Bedow now, who's got it back to Thompson here, looking for Hayes on the right-hand side. It's a great ball for Hayes, but Ogilvie knocks away. It's the 7th corner of the game for Stockton. And they scored from the last one, so we'll need to defend better from this one. Jack Boyle scoring from the penalty spot for Brighouse. 1-0 against Grimsby Borough for them. and it's Greenough who's been sent off for Pontefract. It's a surprise, Pontefract actually getting a player sent off. Somehow it's usually the opposition player. Great ball here from Stockton to the far post. It's going to be another corner for Stockton there, number 8 for them, because it was headed away by Oglesby, who had to cover for Mikey Roberts on the left-hand side. Had a little chuck from Stockton, they had to deal with him the other week, and from that chuckle I presume they are still the same side as they were last season. As we wait for corner number 8 in the first half, it's been a phenomenal amount for Stockton, and they have had success from one of them. And Stocksbridge, who have not been a bit mixed from set pieces at times defending from. We've seen one of the bad sides earlier. We'll see if they can defend it. He's going to the near post, but Turner clears away. Poole looking to hold it, and said he's going to send it long. Looking for Curtis here. He's going to foot race with King. Looks like he might bounce to the box for Roberts to claim, and Roberts does claim it there, though Curtis was chasing all the way. Roberts had to be confident. He's rolled it out to Hall here, who's back to Roberts. Roberts taking the touch here. Sends it long, but headed away by Murray. Poole keeping it in as well. Poole's going to take it with him with some space in front of him. He's going to look for the crossfield ball, but the crossfield ball ended up being more like a shot. Don't think you'd count that as a shot on target, even though, well, I think he would have headed that sort of way. It's with Stockton's defence now, with Louis Hall. Now back with Portas, who is going to send it onto the right-hand side for King as they pass among their own defence here. 37 minutes gone, 1-1 between the two sides. And they're looking for the runner Painter here, who's just made a big burst, and he has chested it down well before Lemon gets in and knocks it out for a throw into Stockton. Shildon are having a great game. They're winning 3-0 against Bridlington now. Yeah, as Painter throws it inwards here, being pushed all the way, Thompson, but he does slip the ball through here, and the 1-2 almost works, and he actually bounced off a few players there before Stockton were able to get away. Headed back in there by Stockton, headed back out though to Portas. Portas trying to slip the pass through and almost throw it through before it goes to Langton, but Langton's passed it through, and it's gone right back to Stockton here before he tripped up there, Nathan Mulligan, and they got a free kick there. Was one of those delayed trips. I think some of the Stockton fans are claiming for a dive, but it's not really. It's just one of those where he's trying to stay on his feet, but he does go down eventually. It is instalments, yes. I can't be unfair to the Stockton people. I mean, surrounded by them. So it is a dangerous free kick here for Nathan Mulligan, who has got on the score sheet 3 times already for the away side, their leading goal scorer, the former Middlesbrough man. In the history books forever for scoring from the penalty spot. It's whether he can score from against Marsk in the FA Vars. Can he get a goal from a free kick spot though? Here comes Mulligan taking the run up, takes a shot. He's looking on target, but it's just wide there. I thought that one was going to nestle in the top corner, I'm not going to lie. Very, very close though, and it stays 1-1. Going to be Davison held down to take the goal kick. Mulligan almost scoring his 4th goal of the season. So goes Davison Hale to clear those out, looking for Rawson, who heads it on to Curtis, who heads it on again. Poole looking to get it on, but Poole's going to be penalised for the, well, it's been penalised as a shove on Cameron Painter. Could have gone halfway, that one. But it is a free kick to Stockton nonetheless. 40 minutes gone, still 1-1 here. Both teams still very lively as Brighouse have taken a 2-goal lead against Grimsby Borough here through Harrison Beeden. And Sheffield FC have taken lead against Hebburn. Stephen Brogan scoring there. Ball going long here before Murray, it goes over the top of Murray's head, but Lemon's going to take that one, takes the touch before sending it long. I think he was looking for Gaz Curtis, but instead it's going to go to King, who heads it back for Roberts. He's going to take it to his feet before passing it short out to Louis Hall. Paul here going to take the tuck before he's going to send it on, looking for Kevin Hayes, who has got a bit quieter over the last 20 minutes, but I say that kind of dreading what's going to happen next, but he did get the ball robbed off him there before it's been headed back. It's been headed on the right wing. It's gone to him now, who tries to cut it inwards here to King, who's trying to look for Hayes again, but it's well blocked there, and it's knocked out to Rawson. Rawson here going to take the touch and turn. Looking for Curtis here. It's long, but I think it's going to be got to first by Hull, but he can only knock it out. Frickley are leading 3-0 against Botsford Town in the F show. As it's being flicked on here too. Pool's going to try and flick it back on to Goodwin there, but it's just gone beyond him and back to the goalkeeper. Bring us now 3-0 upon Grimsby Borough. Aidan Walker scoring there. And just if you are a Stockton fan listening, just let you know, this 1-1 with all the results would keep you top of the league. As it's just bouncing there, appeals for a free kick there, but none being given, cleared by Stocksbridge. Headed back in there by Coulthard, headed on by Badow. But Tinker's headed away to Goodwin, who's not headed down for Curtis, and Curtis takes it to his feet. Curtis is just going to run his man before trying to look for Goodwin, but it's blocked well by the away side, and they're going to try and get the attack right now. And Thompson's flicked it on well for Hayes, who has some space. Oglesby's going to go in there. Hayes has kept it in. He's got Oglesby ahead of him. He's going to cut inside, put the cross in. It's gone over everyone before Lemon heads it away, and Turner's the first onto that, and Turner's going to carry it away before sending it for Rawson, but it's behind Rawson for Hall to collect it. And it's now back to Coulthard here. 42 minutes gone. They're going to send it long here for Hayes on the right wing. Hayes is going to look to control it, looking for the free kick, but actually Hayes has gone down there for his foot. I think he may have landed badly after trying to keep that ball in. And that is a real worry for Stockton, who've had a few issues with injuries already this season. And as Sam Ewins, our physio, who's helping out Stockton today, is going to run on to try and help out the tremendous winger for the away side. Rossington have taken a 3-0 lead against Parkgate now, so would be a real miss for Stockton should Kevin Hayes come off in this game, because he is one of their main playmakers. He's one of the best players in the Northern Premier League East, according, well, to my opinion anyway. Had a fantastic game for us for them against us at the MAP Group UK Stadium back in December of last year, and it would be missed. He is currently off the pitch getting treatment as we re-begin the game. I'm saying hello to Adam, I've been asked to do by the Stockton officials, and if you are a Stockton fan though, I am hoping you have a miserable time listening to this. Right now it's all evens as Stockton looks clear that one over, Poole charged it down well, and it's going to be a throw-in. Don't worry, I say that to all the away fans who listen to us. But may have got a bit testy saying that on Tuesday.
Is he? JD is as well. Hi JD.
Oh, hi JD. I'm hoping you're having a miserable time listening to this as well. I hope the game causes a miserable time for you anyway. And Stockton have earned a free kick from that throw for a shirt pull from Jordan Lemon. It's another free kick in a dangerous position on the left-hand side. That's ideal to whip in, and just to make matters worse for Stocksbridge, Kevin Hayes is going to return to the pitch at this time. So Nathan Mulligan is looking to take this one again. So it's going to be 2 minutes at a time in this game, as Mulligan looks to take this one. Looking like a really good ball that actually, but Davison Hale claims it comfortably. And that is something that we have been very impressed about Harrison Davison Hale this season, is that despite being a young keeper, he's very confident running into crowded areas and claiming the ball very comfortably, which does reassure us sometimes, because those balls like that can give you a little bit of a heart attack. Davison Hale is going to send it long, looking for Thomas Poole, but headed away by Painter. The 2 minutes has been added on, but as Langton gets away, but only back to Portas, heading on to Mulligan, who sends the ball long, and it's to no one in particular. And it's back with Davison Hale. Rossington are now 4-0 upon beleaguered Parkgate. A lively game there, but it's a very lively game here, and it's very even as well. 1-1 between the sides as we enter stoppage time in the first half. as that long ball's looking for Hayes, and Hayes has got the beating of Tinker there. Can he keep it in? He does keep it in, trying to get into the box. Tinker gets on the ball there, does clear A, but only back to Thompson, who takes a touch, evades the tackle of Turner. He is forced to the right-hand side. Curtis tried to nibble there, but none given. Ball goes in, and it's blocked from Tinker, and it's going to be corner number 9, and that is another injury for Stockton there, for Stephen Thompson. And that is another worry there for the away side, who, well, as I said, there is an under 18 on the bench today who's been drafted in for his very first time in the squad. That's Joshua Stiff. And if they want to opt in now, the right side who've got it through to Mulligan, being closed down quickly by Lemon, but pass it back to Portis now, who evades challenge Goodwin, going to get on the right-hand side. Mulligan going to be looking to get onto it, and Lemon's battling with him. It's a great battle between Mulligan, and Mulligan wins it out, gets it forward before his crossing is blocked off by Lemon. As we should be getting half-time any minute now, probably when this attack is over. Thompson limping behind the goal there, as it looks like Stockton will make the the substitution right before half-time. It's Liam Cook coming on for his 5th appearance of the season for Stockton.
Stockton substitution replacing number 10, Stephen Thompson, is 12, Liam Cook.
So it's a real shame for Stockton to lose a good player in Stephen Thompson, but they bring on Liam Cook, who is a great player, joined for him back in December from Whitby, and is a playmaker who's going to cause some problems for us most likely. Headed backwards, that throw, it's dangerous, could fall to Stockton, but Tinker gets last out clearance, and that is half time there. It is 1-1 between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. It's been a very lively game, Stockton probably having more possession, but Stocksbridge were the ones who took the lead through a header from a free kick from Elliot Murray, scoring his very first goal in his career, but just 3 minutes later from the corner. It was a scrappy one, but it was Mikey Roberts who got the last touch up, put it in the back of the net. It's 1-1 here between the league leaders and Stocksbridge Park Steels. Take a second. We'll see you again for the second half. Right. It was good football. That was what we call proper good quality football, which we like to see. Right, then I've got to go put the GoPro down for the second half.
Some half-time squares starting in the Northern Premier League East Division. Consett 2, Carlton Town 0. Grimsby Borough 1, Brighouse 3. Hebburn 0, Sheffield 1. Lincoln United.
Do you like it when Hebburn lose?
2. Long Eaton United 0, North Shields 1. Ossett United 0, Cleethorpes 0. Shildon 3, Bridlington 0. Tadcaster 0, Grantham 0. And Worksop 1, Dunstan 0.
Whoa, what happened to that? Matchday graphics, Stockton.
In the Premier League, it's a full-time score. It's Southampton 0, Manchester United 1, Brentford 0, Everton 1, half-time score.
Right, when you can, I just need to get through. By the way, we misspelled it on the sheet. It's Murray with an A between R and Y. And I saw it on yours, and I thought I'll tell you when I can.
5, Bournemouth 0.
I don't know. Loads of new players, we keep team sheet people keep misspelling them.
0, Crystal Palace 2.
What was that score?
The Championship, a full-time score, Sunderland 0, Norwich 1. Half-times, Blackburn 0, Stoke 1.
Pontefract have retaken the lead. God's sake. Were they just as much as twats for you winning? They are, aren't they?
Huddersfield 2,
I bloody hate them.
1. Hull 2, Coventry 1. Middlesbrough 2, Swansea 0. Millwall 0, Reading 1. Rotherham 1,
yeah, sorry.
0. Watford 1.
We have GoPro. You couldn't battery only last for 1 hour, so.
1, Birmingham 2.
If would have been bloody good for that corner goal.
And the local one for you in League One is
Not going to spare battery. Pardon? Not going to spare battery. Well, it's an Aldi one. Thank you very much. At least you get a media bench here, you know it's us and you guys, do you?
Yeah, you have.
Against Long Eaton United, and then we start the FA Trophy first qualifying round on the 10th, and that will be against Ossett United.
Boxing always alright. Well, at least it did substitution before half time. Let's worry about it.
I do like our goal gifts we have now.
You like that?
We've got individual goal gifts.
Oh yeah.
That,
Yeah, that's very good.
even though I'm pretty sure I spelled Elliot Murray's name wrong on that one.
He'll not mind, will he?
His first ever competitive goal.
Yeah.
Oh, right, I best get back on. Got a sucky sweet. Bloody hell. Just going to have to chuck it down there.
It's sure, is it?
What?
Yeah, leave it.
I'll pick it up at there in a minute,
That's sure.
if I remember. Oh. I think the mic's been on that entire time. Hello, welcome back here to Brackenmore here for the game between Stocksbridge Park Steels and Stockton Town. You may be hearing stuffs over the highlights. Do apologise if you heard anything you shouldn't have. Been a very entertaining game here between the Steels and the Anchors.
How dare you?
It's been a very entertaining game. It's 1-1 between the sides now as the Steels did take the lead. A free header from Elliot Murray from the free kick. So we are ready now to kick off. The referee back in place. Stocksbridge all in position to get this game back underway. So Gareth Curtis stands over the ball and waits for the referee. We've done plenty of that already, and Gareth Curtis kicks us off. So Stocksbridge Park Steels, the home team today, kicking off in their yellow shirts, blue shorts, blue socks, in from right to left, while Stockton Town in the red shirt with white horizontal stripes, red shorts and red socks. As Stocksbridge immediately on the attack. Goodwin trying to put the ball across the 6-yard area, but Louis Hall there defending. Stock tried to get in the second attempt, but it's going to be a goal kick there. Right early start there from the Steels. But it will be back for Carnarvon Stake. I'm your commentator on the Stockton Park Steels YouTube channel, Adam Allcroft, for this afternoon, as we see if either of these sides can go on to get the win in this game. As Roberts looks to take this goal kick now. Goes long, but Oglesby heads it away. We've gone left hand side. Curtis looking to keep it in. He does head on to keep it in, but that does allow Stockton to head onto it, but that means the Steels will get the throw in. Just so you know, we'll let you know some scores that happened just before the half as well. Grimsby Borough got one back against Brighouse through Lewis Adlard, and Pontefract have retaken the lead against Lincoln United. Adam Priestley scoring there. And in the second half, Shildon are now 4-0 upon Bridlington. Michael Sweet scoring their latest. Poole here, yeah, lovely little step over to avoid the challenge. He gets it through to Rawson now. Back to Poole. Poole's in space. He finds Goodwin here on the left-hand side. Goodwin's, but final ball is very lofted in the air. Goes back to Goodwin now, who is volleyed in. He's going to take the volley. Look at the top corner, and it's not far off. Would have been a spectacular one if that had gone in from the captain, Goodwin, who is currently enemy number one in Prestwich after some of the fact that they were demanding his sending off, and I think also his execution after some of the, well, he did get away with a few, we'll admit, on Tuesday night. Some good play though between Thomas Poole and Luke Rawson helping create those chances. So Roberts here taking this one long, looking for the attacker of Liam Cook, but Murray headed it away and Lemon was able to clear. Sent long here, headed backwards from King, and it's going to bounce out for a Steels throw-in. Steels having the better start in this second half so far, but we are only 3 minutes into it. Cleethorpes Town have taken the lead against Ossett United through Declan Howe. Curtis takes the touch with Rawson, lovely one-touch pass in here. Back to Turner here, who's been closed down well, so he's got to pass it back to Lemon now. Lemon knock it forward here. It chested away by the number 5, appeals for the handball, but the referee not having that one. It's going to be a corner kick for the Steels, and we've seen Stocksbridge have put some good crosses in from corners. They've scored one already this season, matched last season's total completely in that. And Poole, who has been he's become a bit of a set piece expert for Stocksbridge, already set one up from the free kick. Can he do one here? Here you go, ball going through. Looks like cleared away at the near post though by Lewis King. Only gone back to Poole though. Poole's going to send the cross in again. Oglesby heads it goalwards. What a save from Callum Roberts. Oglesby, he looks like he's getting closer and closer to his first goal for the club. And that header looked like it could have been, but Roberts there with a fantastic diving save and able to hold on to it as well. He didn't start off as Stockton's number one, but he is evolving into it with saves like that. So in long here, headed on by Stockton, but Murray heads it way to Turner, gets it caught under his feet. That allows Mulligan to rob him of it, but Mulligan's pass is just off target and Murray gets to it. Back to Poole now, pass it back to Lemon. Lemon going to send it long, looking for Rawson, but well in from Hall there, and Stockton get it, and they're going to pass it back to Roberts now. Now with Stockton, and actually it's Hall there, get it stuck under his feet a bit, but quite lucky he's not being closed down at all, but sends it long, looking for the left wing, but Lemon's able to head it away now. 50th minute here, just like Handsworth are winning 1-0 against Goole in the FA Vars. And Worksop are 2-0 upon Dunstan. Jay Rollins scoring the latest. So throwing goes in. They try to pass it back, but Poole's nipped in there, and the counter might be on though. Goodwin, I think actually Langton's touch was a bit heavier. Now Stockton back on the attack. King's advancing, shunted a bit by Goodwin, and that allows him to lose the ball. And now Curtis is going to look to the counter attack. Finds Tinker, who is bursting with speed, but the touch is just too heavy from Tinker, and it's gone out of play. It's unlucky. Great idea for Tinker to get on the overlap, to push the attack, to stretch it, but just a bit too much there. Now back with Lewis King for the throw-in. Who's taken quite a few steps forward there, throws it, it's only gone back to Tinker though, who only gives it back to Mulligan, who sends it long. Murray's trying to watch it in the sunlight here. That pass across goal could have gone wrong, but instead Lemon's able to clear it away. It's bouncing here for Painter to deal with. He does clear it away. Back to Turner, who chests it down for Poole. Poole turns around his defender. He sluts it through to Turner now. Turner evades a challenge. He's looked on the right hand side now. He's got a few options he could do, but instead his ball forward is blocked, and that's cleared out back to Elliot Murray, who ball is going forward here, and is going to be collected by Stockton, who boot it away now. And Murray's trying to knock it down, but goes behind him instead. And Murray does get it, and he passes it back to Davison Hale, and he has to knock it long and the ball out is not very good, and Stockton do get it back, and they could get the attack off. And Hayes is looking for King on the overlap. Well in from Curtis there, stops it from going any further forward. It's a throw into Stockton. So Stockton here with the attacking throw in here. Going to Hayes here. Hayes slips it back through to King. King's putting the ball across there. It's bounced down. It's looking for Mulligan to hit it. Hits it well. Just wide. And I think the few of the fans here thought that was in for certain. And Mulligan there, volley, great volley from him. Whispering just wide. Definitely had the beating of Davison Hale there. Back with Davison Hale in the goal, and a bit of a let off for the Steels there. Yeah. 52nd minute gone, 1-1 between the two sides. You can definitely see why Mulligan is their leading scorer from midfield this season. And long here, Rawson's going to try to control it, evades challenge, slip through to Goodwin, back to Rawson, some great play. He's going to knock it along for Curtis, try and get on the end of, but well stopped and cleared there from Hall. And then they sent Stockton along there, but it's cleared right back to him. Oglesby heads it away under some pressure there, so he didn't get it very far, and Tinker gets the head along here. Goodwin tries to charge it down, and Mulligan gets in, and I think Mulligan is now, well, is he going to get back up Mulligan, because he looks like he got the worst of that, and actually he's going to stay down, which it's the third time we've seen a Stockton player go down, and now it's their key, one of the key men, Nathan Mulligan. We've already seen him come close on a few occasions. Sam Ewins is going out to help him there, our physio helping their team out today. Part of the great friendships you do have in non-league football, but it is just another. It would be a shame for Stockton to lose. Mulligan, the magic sprays going on him. So he may be able to continue it. I think the worry was that he did try immediately to get back up, but then went back down. That's probably the concern that the coaching staff and the fans of Stockton will have after that one. See, big, not just a key player, he's an icon of the club. He is back to his feet now, Mulligan. He's looking quite sheepish as he limps off the pitch at the moment. It wasn't like a vicious chance for Goodwin. It was one where both went for the ball. I don't think it would have been a foul either way, really. It's just that Mulligan has come off really badly from it, and that is a real shame. And with the way he's limping off, I'm not sure he'll be able to continue. We'll see if Sam can do a bit more extra work from him off the pitch. King throws it forward, headed on before Oglesby clears away. Rawson's going to try and get onto it, but it's headed away though by Hall. Back for Langton to head it away. Head tennis at the moment. And no penalising Oglesby for going in the back of one of the Stockton players. And it's been sent onto the left wing for Cook to try and chase. Mulligan is back on the pitch, much to the relief of the Stockton coaching staff. And actually, Cook has just robbed it off Lemon. Cook here is into the box here, looking to get it here, and he's leaning for the near post, but Davison Hale saves it there. And now Cook is down, who came on. Cook clutching the back of his leg. I don't know what's happening with Stockton at the moment. It must be some... Have they got cursed by a wizard or something? For this must be like the fourth or fifth time one of their players has gone down with an injury. He's causing more work for our physio than our own players at the moment. Just a goal to update you about. Hebburn have equalised against Sheffield through Liam Henderson. Sheffield FC being our next match. We go there on Bank Holiday Monday. A much changed Sheffield side to what we saw last year under Ryan Creswell. As we have another stoppage. We're going to have plenty of added time on, I think. And the worry of Stockton is that this is already one substitution. I'm trying to just look at the other options they have on the bench here. So they could potentially bring on like Tyrone O'Neill, yet to make an appearance this season for them, but is a striker who perhaps could fill in that sort of position. And that Thompson has been playing sort of behind the striker. Also, that's really your main option, though. Also, Lloyd Shobo, potentially one of the youngsters that Stockton have, is another option for the away side. As Cook limps off himself here off the side of the pitch. More worrying scenes, and also another goal from the northeast. Shildon are now 5-0 up on Bridlington. Bridlington have actually been looking quite impressive so far this season. Not an impressive one from today, as Vinny Steels has scored Shildon's 5th. And Nostelmine as well for a 2-1 up on John Field. I think Cook will try and get back onto pitch. 2-0 to Cleethorpes against Ossett as well. Brad Beatson has scored. As long ball from Davison Hale's cleared up. And it's Beddow who tried to knock it to the right wing here, but no one really there. Well, Bateson, I mean, for Cleethorpes. I do apologise. But no one there, and that's why you heard some howls of pain from the Stockton fans here. Looks like Liam Cook is now back on the pitch, though. So, ball going long here, looking for Rawson. Head away, though, by Stockton to get the second header away as well. Third header and all before it gets down to Hayes, who tried to slip through to Beddow. And they earn a foul there, which I think was a bit of a light one that's been earned there by Liam Cook. But I'm going to, with a view, it may well be just been a little nick on the back. And another Stockton player down. This is just because Sam Ewins, our physio, who's helped Stockton out, he's not even returned back to the bench before he's had to come back on for another Stockton player. This is just quite awful, really. Sheffield Wednesday now 5-0 up against Forest Green Rovers. Fantastic result for the Owls there. I'm going to definitely watch the Football League show and listen to the weird jazz music they have on as their theme tune. Does look like Cook, who is, it's the second time there that he's down. He's going to go off pitch, but the way he ran off, I think he'll be back on in a second as the Wasp comes back to visitors. As he's a yellow, we're not sure if he's supporting us or Stockton. Actually, with yellow and black, he might be headed. Ball goes into the box there from Stockton, but it is headed away. And Turner misses that second clearance, but he does get away eventually. But Stockton get it. No penalised for a alleged handball there, and Cook's going to get it on the right-hand side. He's advancing well in from Goodwin, but Cook's still in on the ball. He evades the challenge from Turner there. Slip through for Bedow here, but he shoved a bit there, and going to go for a goal kick. Tinker covering it quite well. Matthew Cotton has just equalised for Lincoln against Pontefract from the spot. By the way, that goal for Wednesday was an own goal from Dominic Bernard. And Consett are now 3-0 up on Colton through his Atkinson penalty, and works up off 3-0 up on Dunstan. Liam Cook is down for the third time. I've got to imagine now he's down again, he's not going to be able to continue, as this is his third time, and that would be the substitute coming off. And yeah, he is limping off. It's going to be Tyron O'Neill making his first appearance of the season. Second. Oh, second. Oh, my research not going well there. Something's told me wrong, whether it be football web pages or just.
They don't know. Came out as a substitute on Wednesday night.
So made his first on Wednesday night. That'll be why, because I think some of those weren't updated completely when I was checking. But I thought I caught them all. Damn it! He's a new signing for Stockton, released by Scunthorpe United. So just tells you how far away some of these youth players go. Now, as he's coming from he's closer to us than he is Stockton. But he's coming on and will look to make an impact, even though he may not have been expecting to come on. Rawson trying to get down the right wing here, being urged not to foul, and it's the throw-in's gone against Stocksbridge there, though. Didn't foul. Thought he had given the foul then. So ball's going to go on the left-hand side here for. Oh, he has given the foul. I thought that was. Oh, you never know what they do sometimes, the referees. Just so you know, a big scoreline alert as we try and keep an eye on those. Eccles Hill are winning 6-0 against Willington AFC. So massive win for them. Barring a comeback, I suppose I have to say. Cleared up here from Roberts. In long before Murray heads it away, and it's going to go out for a throw into Stockton. They're looking to build here. 61 minutes gone in this game so far. It's 1-1 between the Steels and Stockton, being an even second half. Though Stockton have had the better chances. Ball going to cross, knee down. Now that one was a handball there from Mikey Roberts, and while there's been a few shouts of handball on Stockton, that one could not be denied, and the referee has spotted it and penalised it. Davison now is going to get that one here to take the free kick. He's going to send it long. He is looking for Rawson. That is the tactic. He gets it to his feet, Rawson, actually. Trying to get out of two defenders, but the two defenders get away. And it's well built away from Hall, and he earns a free kick as well there. So Stockton will get the ball back. We're frustrated the Steels because Stockton do get a lot of possession. It is a thing Stockbridge do seem to allow the opposition teams to have possession. They just try to take the chances. Ball going long here from Coulthard. It's great ball to King here, who's just kept it in, but Tinker's able to rob him. Tinker trying to get it away, but it's only gone back to Hayes now. Hayes being followed by three players here, puts the ball in the box anyway, but Langton heads it away, and Goodwin keeps it away from Hayes before Tinker heads it away, but it's only gone back to Lewis King, who chests it down. Goodwin in on him well, though, and Goodwin going to clear it out. Looks like Stockton will clear that well, but Poole is chasing down. Poole trying to rob himself in. It's headed back for the goalkeeper to come claim, and he does. But Poole causing problems for the defence and making sure it's not difficult, not easy, for the away side to get the ball back. They send one long here. Oglesby's going to head it away. Langton's going to get the second head on, but it's gone right back to Bedow, who trying to get it to O'Neill, but it's too short for him, and now it's with Turner, who evades the challenge quite well. Gets it through to Lemon. Lemon going through to Poole. Poole's going to take touch, and Poole's trying to go, and Lemon's given the option of the overlap, but instead Poole can't see that on, and he's going to give it back to Murray. Now with Turner here. Turner getting back to Langton. Langton sending it long, looking for Curtis there, but it's headed out, and Stocksbridge have a chance to build an attack here. Hebburn Town have now taken the lead against Sheffield FC. We'll tell you the goal scorer later, or when we have it. But Stocksbridge here on the attack here as we look to take the lead. Throwing goes in, Rawson heads it on, but headed back away though from Coulthard. Two go into the header, but Tinker's headed back in. Rawson on, can Curtis be the first onto it? No, he can't. It's well come out by Callum Roberts. Could have been a dangerous one there. We've seen Curtis score quite a few already this season. Big clearance out from Roberts, sends it really long. Roberts, Murray goes get a sort of header onto it, and he gets the second one on two, and he's allowed Turner to get the ball. Murray could have continued with himself. It's a great challenge there from Roberts. I say great challenge, it's been penalised. I think that is a wrong decision actually, because I think it was a fantastic one. So it's actually, I said it was Frickley beating Bottisford, it's actually Charnock Richard. They're winning 5-0 against Bottisford. Lemon's going to take this free kick up. Is it long looking for Poole, but while it was a decent idea, the decent idea doesn't work out because it goes right out for the throw-in. The goal is from Sean Reid for Hebburn, by the way. Shildon are now 6-0 up on Bridlington Town. It's been, well, it's a good day for a lot of the north and east sides. Actually, if I look at it, I think the only northeast side not winning at the moment might well be Stockton here, but Stockton still have plenty of time to turn it round. And they do have a throw in here in an attacking, well not attack, well halfway through the Steels half. Is 65 minutes gone in this game? And it's still 1-1 between the two sides, and anyone's game to play for at the moment because, well, they've both teams have had chances. Grimsby Borough have got another back against Brighouse. 3-2 there, Reece York's going the latest. Ball goes in, it's deflected off, Lemon appeals for handball, not given. It's with O'Neill now, who's been forced out of the box. He's passed it back out to Portas now. On the left-hand side, the ball going to go in, but Poole blocks that ball in. Still back with Painter, he's passed it back here to Hall as Stockton look to probe. Handsworth now 2-0 up on Gould, and Mackie scoring there. And Hall tries to get the ball across to the left-hand side, but it's off target, it's out for a Steels throw-in. Brighouse could easily go from 3-0 up to 3-2 if they're 3-3. I mean, if they're not careful. Throwing goes long, looking for Rawson, but headed backwards by Stockton. Stockton on the ball now. They do clear it upfield. Back to Murray. Goes under Murray's feet here, and this could be Badow getting in. He's on the left-hand side at the moment. He puts the ball. It's a good ball, but it's just beyond Hayes. Tinker covering. Tinker going to follow it and make sure it goes for a goal kick. Some good, yeah, it was some great positioning from Tinker there, and it stopped the ball, stopped it. Hayes from being able to nip in and put Stockton into the lead potentially. Sheffield FC have had a man sent off against Hebburn now. Sam Greenhouse, one of their top players, being sent off. Doesn't mean he's suspended for the game on Monday, as they'll likely just take the break on the suspension and take it later. And Grantham Town have had a player sent off, Charlie Jemson for them, being sent off against Tadcaster Albion. But they did get a penalty, Tadcaster, from that, but the penalty was saved. They've had a few penalties saved now, Tadcaster. Gibson Hill's going to send that one along, but it's headed back away though by Hall. Back to Lemon, who's going to send it long. It's going to be chased here from Poole and Curtis, but only for Coulthard to head it out for a throw-in behind the sponsorship of the Wortley Arms. Throwing here for Lemon to take. And it does look like we are going to see a Stocksbridge substitution through as Lewis McCaskill, who every time he calls on, he's a nightmare for defenders. Just one of those players that doesn't give up on anything. Headed away that throw in. Langton tries to head it away from O'Neill, but O'Neill gets it on the second chance. His ball goes right to Tinker, who stops it from going forward. Turner heads that forward. Pulls looking to get on the end of it, but instead Rawson chests it down. Rawson, though, going to get robbed of it by Painter. Rawson being urged not to foul it, and he doesn't, but Painter does get it away. And he passes it back to Hall, who slices the clearance out. And Stocksbridge are going to get a bit of chance here to put some pressure on this Stockton defence and see if we can retake the lead. And throwing goes in, headed back away by Stockton, back to Poole here, who's going to take it inside now. He's going to try and slip the ball through. It's a great ball. Turner gets it across the 6-yard box, but it's claimed there by Roberts. Just a bit off target with Rawson, and Goodwin hovering. Almost a dangerous one there. And Roberts there will be thankful that ball was closer to him than anyone else. Sends it long here. But back to Longton, who heads it forwards. Rawson in an offside position, though, but was nowhere near him. Is back now here on the left-hand side with Mikey Roberts, who's going to try and slip it through, but this challenge goes through, and there's a few people lying on the ball at the moment, but it's Mikey Roberts who has escaped with it, the goal scorer, being closed down by Lemon. He's passed it back to Portas here in the midfield. Portas looking for the right wing here. Tinker's going to cover it, but the offside flag is up anyway, so that's going to be stopped in its tracks. So, what was a lovely look. Great ball that though. Tinker defended it well, but there would have been danger ongoing had the flag not gone up. So, it looks like I'm just seeing Ian Richards shouting a few orders out, but Dave Snell is going to take this free kick before looking long, headed backwards though by Coulthard. King's trying to cover it. King does clear it out before it goes out for a corner. Headed on by Stockton, but only going back to Jordan Lemon now. He takes the touch. He's going to advance forward, Lemon. Been shouted man on because Beddoe was mounting in, but he does get it out right to Poole. Poole's going to try and cut inside. He is knocked over and tackled. Definitely not a foul, but that is a foul from Curtis Turner. And Poole actually staying down there, which would be a concern. He has been an ever-present for the Steels so far, but he's actually now back to his feet, thankfully. Doncaster have taken lead against Northampton through George Miller from the spot. And Curtis Turner actually getting a bit of a talking to for that foul, which is a bit of a surprise, as I don't think that was a... It was a foul, for sure, but not like a major foul that you go, yep, you need a talking to. It has been given, though. Maybe he's seen too many fouls from him this so far. Roberts will take this free kick, though. It's 71 minutes gone in this game so far. Still 1-1 between the two sides as Goodwin heads it out. Poole going to head that on before it's headed back away by Stockton. Headed on here, but into the box where Murray's going to clear it out. And it's gone right through to Rawson here, who's going to control, get it onto the right wing where Poole is. Poole going to send it along, looking for Curtis. It's over Curtis' head. And King was going to head it back to his goalkeeper as well. King had to be on top. Bit off target, that header. King had to make Roberts a bit work for that one, but it is back in his arms, and he's going to get it to his feet before clearing this one out. Going to be headed away though by Oglesby. Goodwin hooks it away from Stockton. Langton going to send it long. Curtin is chasing it down. It's going to bounce in the box there. Stockton using their physicality well to stop Curtis from being able to nip in. And it's going to be Portas here who has the ball. Right to Coulthard, who almost gets the ball, took off him from Rawson, and then it's almost all doing the same. And it's now back with Roberts. Rawson not closing down him. I would have gone for the lucky number 3 there. Yeah, but cleared out now to where Painter is on the left-hand side, and he gets it forward there, and he gets it to the left-hand side where Mikey Robertson, who's cutting inside, Lemon covering, now through to Portas. Portas here going to get on the right-hand side for Hayes. Hayes going to try and cut in. Now with Portas on the right. Tinker tries to go in for a tackle. He misses, though. Misses the man, thankfully, or else I think he would have got his booking then. Portas pass it on to Hayes, who's in a central position now. He's evaded Turner. Hayes is running. He tries to get through here to O'Neill. O'Neill gets it onto the left-hand side. Some great play from Stockton here, but miscontrol from Mikey Roberts. Still has it, though, but it has allowed Stockton to get back in position after the passing had got him out of it. Ball goes in. O'Neill gets the first touch onto it, but it's gone wide, and Lemon's clearance goes right back to Hayes here. It's on the left-hand side. Stockton breaking in here. Cross is blocked, and it's out for a corner kick, and that is the number 10 there for Stockton, and it's a big opportunity for the anchors here. And it is corner number 10. We haven't seen as many as there was in the first half, but it's still a lot of corners even for a game that. And let's just keeping you updated on that Eccleshill game, because they're now 7-0 up. That's going in there. It's got floated everyone, and Goodwin gets the clearance out. And Poole's going to be the first one onto that ball, where he's knocked it long here for Curtis to try and get the end of, but he has got it actually, but he passed it back to Rawson here. Rawson's going to try and slip Curtis through. The offside flag's up there, or else we're doing through. Fair decision, I think that. Why can't the referees be bad for us sometimes? So Lewis McCaskill is warming up, is ready to come on here. Likely to be, it looks like Curtis is the one who's walking off at the moment. So, yep, it'll be Gareth Curtis coming off for Lewis McCaskill. So Lewis McCaskill, who signed this summer from Claycross Town. He's already become a bit of a fan favourite. Not yet to make a start, but he's come on in every single game. Sets up in our last Northern Premier League game. He was the one who set up the equaliser. He will run at a defence, he will get to the byline and try and ping it across the 6-yard area. And he could be a problem for Lewis King here to try and deal with. Has gone long here from Stockton here. McCaskill trying to get in on it straight away, and he's got a throw in as well. Some goals to update about. Long Eaton in 2 minutes have come back from 1-0 down against North Shields. They're now 2-1 up. Jermaine Hollis and Ben Hutchinson scoring there. Oh, there's a ball here. Lewis McCaskill on the left-hand side. Attack on for Stocksbridge, but well in from Coulthard. But actually, McCaskill's got the ball back. McCaskill here got the option of Goodwin. Goodwin's going to put the cross in. It's towards the far post. Roberts claims it with Poole hovering, and that's what you can see from McCaskill. Just not giving up. And now it looks like one of the Stockton defenders is down hurt. Is that Cameron Painter there, I believe, who's down hurt? And we're going to see the physio coming on again. Just another goal to tell you about. Luke Aldrich has got one back for Ossett United against Cleethorpes. They're now 2-1 down. And Brighouse are now 5-2 up on Grimsby Borough. That comeback is off, basically. That's how you respond to a team getting 2 goals back at you in quick succession. Sam Drake and Sam Normanton scoring there. So I've got another break here. It is the 75th minute here. But we will probably have quite a bit of added time due to quite a few, well, it is literally called injury time, and we've had quite a few injuries in this game to Stockton players. It is quite bad to see, really. It's never something you want to see. It's had 2 players go off for it. They've not actually made a tactical substitution yet, Stockton. Both their substitutions have been forced by injuries, and they won't want to do another one here. I'm actually looking here. Yeah, I'm not sure what position Joshua Stiff plays, the youngster. Testing their media man here, and he's look here. It may well be Joshua Stiff coming on because we don't know where he plays. But it looks like, actually, looking at the way he's walking off the pitch here, Painter, that he will continue. But that'd be the worry, because it is a lot of attacking substitutions on the Stockton bench. Not many, well, unless Lewis McDonald's a goalkeeper. So unless we're going to see goalkeeper outfield, which would be a sight, or complete change in formation. Eccleshill are now 8-0 up. That is the FA Vars.
Close game.
Lovely club Eccleshill, where he went up there for pre-season as we see the ball go long here, but Turner's robbed the ball off Stockton there. He's going to send it to Rawson. Comes off his knee, but he does get it here. Back to Poole. He's going to send it for McCaskill to try and chase. And it's headed away there by Roberts, who had to come out in his box. Langton's going to head it forward here. Rawson going to look to try and get it, but get it forward, looking for McCaskill. McCaskill does get it, and the tackle goes in. It's a fair tackle, but he gets it on right to Turner here now, back with Lemon. Lemon's going to get it to Poole, tries to knock it onto the right-hand side for Lemon. And the counter could be on for Stockton here because Lemon is out of position. And he's charging forward, Painter here. Here comes Painter on the left-hand side, still on the ball. He does stop it here as he has allowed Stockton to get back into position, but he's back to Portas now. Portas here sideways to Mulligan. Mulligan looking for the Hayes on the right-hand side. And he does control his arm there, and that is going to be the free kick. So we are in the 78th minute in this game now. and it's 1-1 between Stockton and Stocksbridge. Say both. This is an even game. You could easily see both teams grabbing a winner in this one. Ball going long here, looking for Rawson, who comes off his back here. McCaskill looking to try and be the one onto it. Does be the first one onto it, but Hayes gets it on. Hills for a handball. It bounced off Tinker. It probably was a handball, but nothing given. But Hayes is carrying the ball away, and he's got the ball onto the left-hand side here. But Lemon's nipped in and tackled. Back to Poole, who pegs it short to Turner, who gets it back to Poole. Back to Turner. Lovely spin from Turner. He's going to look for McCaskill on the left-hand side, and he's got space, McCaskill. McCaskill going to advance into the box. Going to try and turn a foot in on him. That stopped him in his tracks here, but he's still on the ball. Looking for Goodwin on the left-hand side. Goodwin's going to keep it in, but he's forced backwards, and he's actually going to go out there, and the goal kick given, so a bit unlucky for the Steels there. Just frustrating, that ball's going a bit long. Just that one key footing from Coulthard stopped McCaskill from pulling the trigger here and scoring either his first goal for Stocksbridge, and adding to that total of 30 plus he scored for Clay Cross Town last season.
Substitution replacing number 2, Jordan Lemon. It is 15,
and
Zach Reynolds.
That is Zach Reynolds, who had a very impressive debut coming on for Jordan Lemon. So Zach Reynolds, he's moved up north, hence him signing from Rushton and Diamonds, the Phoenix team of the former League One side. Had a very good debut against Prestwich, set up the winner in that game. And Neil and Richards will be looking for the same here. As we see the last substitution for Stockton, with Lloyd Shubbo coming on for Ilya Badeau. So Stockton will be hoping that Shubbo can be the man to give them a win in this game. Would be a heartbreaker for the Steels, who have scored and conceded post 90 minutes so far this season. Roberts clears this one up. Goodwin looking like he to head this one away to Rawson, who heads it down. Evades a tackle, gets it to the right where Poole is. Poole takes it inside. Poole looking for McCaskill here. A great ball to McCaskill on the left-hand side. McCaskill tries to get it across. It's blocked from King for the corner kick. Can the Steels score from the corner here? Third corner of the game for the home side. We've seen some good deliveries. We've seen some get cleared at the near post as well. We'll be interested to see if we see any more Stockbridge substitutions. There is one more attacking sort of substitution you can make, and that's Mackenzie Gray, who is yet to make his competitive debut for the Steels, and will be eager to get on. Pull here, looking for the likes of like Langton and Murray, who's in the box, and Rawson as well. Ball goes in, hit the near post, evaded everyone. McCaskill's trying to get onto the left-hand side where Poole is for the re-delivery, but he can't, and that's going out for a Stockton throw-in. Just evaded everyone there, and the Stocksbridge could, with one touch, have taken the lead here. .81 minutes gone in this game. We are approaching full time now. Ball goes long here, but back to Langton, who cuts it centrally. Paul's going to be the first onto it. Takes the knees, taking the shot, but don't get much onto that, and it's going to be comfortably into Roberts' arms. With his weaker left foot there, Thomas Poole, but you can't blame him when he's in space and the ball bouncing as such, because he would have been in the end of season highlight reels for sure. Roberts going to kick that one out after rolling in front of him. Tink heads it way back to Goodwin, who heads it on for McCaskill, who chests it down, but it is knocked away from him. Just the ball's bouncing a bit for Turner can just knock it down for himself. Evades a challenge, he's looking for McCaskill, might be a bit too much. McCaskill does actually keep that in, but he's tackled by Lewis King. King going to advance here, and it's gone through here to Oglesby, who clears it away. Rawson looking to be the one onto it, but Hall heads that one away. Back to Goodwin, who heads it forward, but do no one in particular, and Painter's going to take that to his feet here. Going to be got onto the right wing here, headed inwards here, back to Langton, who heads it forwards there. Bounces for King, who heads it down for himself. Back with Hall now. Charnock winning 7-0 against Bottisford as well, just to let you know. Is back with Coulthard now, who a bit frustrated with his lack of options with Rawson closing down, but he does get it to Hall. Knocks it forward here and it's going to be Stockton trying to build from the back. Back with Coulthard now, is going to send it long, looking for the striker. It's headed on, comes off Shobo. Shobo trying to get onto it, and he does earn the foul off Goodwin there, and it's a dangerous one there. Long Eaton are now 3-1 up against North Shields as well, so you know about. It's a deadly one, this one, to defend from Stockton. As the Steels defence shout out their orders. Would be a heartbreaker to concede at this point in the game for either side. Has been an even game. I would say if it does end up 1-1, it would be the fair result in my opinion after some very even chances, both sides looking good. But sometimes it doesn't go that way, and Mulligan is a set-piece specialist. And you could just see him just lofting it over and getting to that near top corner. That's what he would presumably be aiming at. Nervous one. A lot of nerves around Brackenmore right now. Mulligan taking it, and it's going to go wide, and it's a let-off for the Steels. It is the 84th minute here, and I think some of the Stockton fans are having fun. We are Steels fans over in the terraces in front of our cafe there, after that one went wide. Eccleshill went 9-0 up, but I'll let you know the comeback is on. Willington and I've got one back. It's 9-1 there. And it is going to be a debut here for Keenan Mackenzie Gray, who's going to come on for Thomas Paul, which is a bit of a surprise considering the quality from set pieces. So Mackenzie Gray signing from Shirebrook Town in the summer, also played for the likes of Worksop and Ecclesfield Red Rose as well. He was a very impressive player in pre-season, nicknamed Steve by the fans before they knew his name, and he's now making his competitive debut for the club. But we'll see if he can be the one to get a dramatic wing here. But Shobo's the one on the ball now, headed it down well for himself. Langton's trying to stop him advancing, and Goodwin robs the ball off, and he gets tripped as he tries to rob the ball. So there is the free kick there. So it's back with Davison Hale to take it. It's going to be a nervy last few moments of this game, as both teams will press and press for the winner. Davison Hale clears that one up. Headed away though by Stockton. Back to Murray, who's going to knock it long here. Back for Goodwin to head on. Kenny Mackenzie Gray going to try and get involved, but it's headed over him. It's with Roberts, who's come back to collect. Mackenzie Gray comes in and it comes off him for the Stockton throw-in. Concert have gone 4-0 up on Carlton, so that's the win for them.
Liverpool 9-0 up.
Liverpool winning 9-0 against Bournemouth. Isn't that the Premier League record, 9-0? No. I think, because it was Man United against Ipswich, wasn't it? Well, they've certainly bounced back, haven't they, from Monday night? Here's Oglesby heading it away. Mackenzie Gray tries to get on the end of it, but comes off his back, though, and it's been collected by Portas, who just evades the challenge of Turner. Flicked onto the left-hand side here, where it's going to cross here, and it's one that Shobo's going to try and chase. Murray's covering it well, and Murray's going to try and... Shobo does knock it to stop it going for a goal kick, though, but Murray has won that ball out, and Murray's going to send it long. Looking for Turner, who flicks it on for Rawson. Back to Turner. Turner trying to get through to McCaskill, but it's been covered by Lewis King there. Just hearing when they shout, here, come on, Lewis. I'm not sure if they're a Stockton or a Stocksbridge fan, because it's the two Lewises battling it out. Is with Roberts, who is advancing forward with it. Slips it onto Shobo on the left-hand side here, who has been lively since coming on. Shobo here is going to put the ball in, but Turner, big boot away here. Rawson's going to take the touch here. Rawson needs to hold it up to allow players to come in, and he's going to pass it back now here to Reynolds. Reynolds tried to get it back to Rawson, but the pass goes out, and it's going to be a throw in here to Stockton. So it's 87 minutes gone in this game. 1-1 right now. Ball goes through, but Reynolds robs the ball off him, and Murray clears it away. McCaskill's going to try and chase this one, but King heads. Stockton still building fairly slowly. Portas here will try and get it through here to Hayes, who's moved in centrally. Goodwin goes in with a tackle, but Goodwin also goes in with a foul. Free kick to Stockton about 40 yards out. It's 88 minutes gone in this game. Dunstan have got one back against Worksop. They are the Jake Jensen scoring there. And it's back with Mulligan to take, and he has got a good delivery on him. Can be lots of men trying to defend this one. Mulligan trying to aim it to the far end of the box. It's head away. It's going to be a corner kick. Murray, I believe, getting the last header onto that one. So it's the 11th corner of the game for Stockton. And it is going over to Mulligan to take it. They scored from a corner last time. As Mulligan has to kick the ball off the pitch there as well before he can take the corner. So it's a bit of a wait for this corner. Would be for either side to concede at this point would be tough, but obviously either one would be fantastic for the winning side. Ball going in, look for the far post. It's too deep and it's going to go bounce out for a goal kick there. So pull one there. And a let off for Stocksbridge there as we enter what I believe is the 90th minute, so we should be seeing the stoppage time come up. I would suspect quite a bit, considering all the stoppages we have had for injuries for Stockton. I would be going around the 6-minute mark for my prediction, if I'm being completely honest. Consett are now 5-0 up on Carlton Town. Lewis Green scoring. Consett, who I believe will move into second place with that win. Tell you, these Northern League sides, when they come up, they don't half make an impact as soon as they come up. And it is 5 minutes put on for this one as Davison now clears up. Bounce headed forward by Stockton, but back to Tinker, who's going to send it long. Headed away with Keenan Mackenzie Gray, right to pounce on the mistake. Midfield tussle that Portas has won, but Goodwin's knocked it forward. Mackenzie Gray takes the touch, he's gone backwards, he turns well, evades one challenge, gets it to Goodwin, whose pass forward is blocked, but that allows Portas to get into it. And now Portas is going to trying to get away. He's come off the back of Portas there, and he's actually earned a free kick as well. Go through to Roberts here, who's in the centre midfield. Now back here for Hall, who goes sideways to Portas. Portas' job comes from the defence and pass it forward. Now with Roberts, who had it stuck under his feet a bit, but he got it away, and it's now with King on the right-hand side. Immediately closed in by McCaskill, who gets the tackle, and it's a throw into Stockton there. So McCaskill just closes in instantly. King will take the throw, and he's looking for his option. Gets his option with Hayes. McCaskill goes into the tackle, and that's the free kick there from McCaskill. And it's what, about 35 yards out. Is it too far to shoot? Might be, but you could see him give it a go. 2 minutes into added time as Grimsby Borough have another back against Brighouse. It's now 5-3 to Brighouse there. Tom Charlesworth scoring. And Stocksbridge will need to defend this one well. Ball going in, headed out first off from Turner. Mackenzie Gray's going to run over to try and keep this one in. He does just about keep it in, but it might help Stockton more than Stocksbridge. Back with Painter now, who's passed it back now for Roberts, who's cleared it out, but it's going to go to Goodwin, who heads it forward. McCaskill's going to fight for it, but King heads it away. And it's Coulthard who clears it out. Only for Tinker to head it back, though. Oh, back forward for King to chase. Foot goes in, and the free kick is going to go Stockton's way. I wonder if Oaks might get penalised for that. And it's another difficult set piece for the Steels to defend. They are giving themselves problems here.
It's only taken them 93 minutes to book someone.
And it looks like it'll be the first booking of the game here. And Oglesby is going to get a talking to. And that is the yellow card for Oglesby as he collects his second booking in 2 games. Got booked on Tuesday night for a rugby tackle, I'll be fair, on the press-switch attacker, which it's nice. Well, nice to see by the Corey Gregory back for Brighouse, a former Steel player, but we've got bigger things to think about here as Mulligan looks to put this ball in and get a late winner for Stockton. Only one man left forward for Stocksbridge as they look to defend this set piece. And the ball is going in. It's a dangerous looking one. And Disnell sort of gets it away, but Rawson's the one who gets the second one away back for Portas. Portas trying to evade a tackle of Turner here. And Turner gets a push up, and that's the free kick for Stockton for the push on Portas. And it's another one for Stockton. And this one is in shooting position. A bit further out than what we've seen earlier for Mulligan, but we'll see what he decides he's going to do from it. Just another silly one to give away. Stocksbridge are giving away a few silly free kicks as we get towards the end of this game. And we'll see what either side will do from here. Mulligan here. Taking a free kick, looking for the far post, free-headed. Yeah! The silly free kick is punished by Stockton. Mikey Roberts scores his second of the game, and it's a harsh one for the Steels.
Scoring for Stockton, number 11, Michael Roberts.
It's a harsh one. That free kick caused a lot of anger in some of the Steels fans because it was a light push from Curtis Turner, but eventually they do punish us for the amount we gave away, and Stockton will leave the game with all 3 points now. Unless Stockbridge can cause some absolute late drama here. Kinnear, back for Langton. Ball going long here, immediately to the right wing. Tries to touch on there, but nothing given. It's going to be a throw into Stockton. On the left-hand side here for Stockton as they look to now just try and while the time away. Ball going long here, headed away by Reynolds, but back for another throw for Stockton. It looks like Stockton are going to just get this game finished now. It's in the second time in 2 weeks the Steels have conceded a cross and a header in the last minute, and it's from a free kick as well. And that is Stockton claiming all 3 points. The Steels did take the lead through Elliot Murray, gave them the lead, but 3 minutes later Stockton did equalise through Mikey Roberts, and then Mikey Roberts again getting the winner in the last minute. It hurts, it's a nasty one for the Steels to deal with, but it's an opportunity in 2 days' time to bounce back. We'll see you for that one at Sheffield FC. I've been Adam Allcroft, your commentator today. We'll look forward to Monday where we'll hopefully bounce back. We'll see you then. Thank you very much. Bye.